Here are some Windows 10 tips and tricks that I presented to a help group recently online. I'm Huey Poplock. Notice I have my browser.
Mm-hmm.
If you go to the corner, you see that double arrow?
Yes.
Or here it's an arrow side to side.
Uh-huh.
And if I come down here, it's going to be, so it depends on where it is. So I can just click and drag, and then I can take another window that I've got. Let's see if I got something open on here. Yeah, right here. I can take this, slide it over, and then move it. Now I've got both on the screen.
And they will function independently, right?
Yeah, you can go back. You can go back. You got to go back and forth between them. Your phone. But there's the video. You can also get it using, and I can stop it. And I come back over here, and I can click here and do whatever I need to do, and then come back. So that's why it's called Windows. And I can even make this smaller using the all apps list, or if you have it on, stop this, and I can open up, say, Notepad. It's over here on my other screen, so I'll bring it over. Let's see, come on. I can bring it over here, make it small, and so now I got a Notepad set up. I can have different windows sized.
Sort of works like text boxes and pictures that you put in.
Yeah, so you can do whatever. And the nice thing about it is if you've got something in one that you need to drag to the other for whatever reason, you can do that.
Oh.
Now there's one other thing in Windows that you can do is, let's take this. If you grab, let's see, you grab it at the top and then real hard, move it over to the side, it automatically will make it one half of a screen. You have to play around with that to make it happen. And right now, let's see if I can grab it here. Yeah, and I can grab it off of there. I can't do it to the other side because what I have is another screen over to the right.
Yes.
Another monitor, and it just goes over and it opens up on the other screen, the other half of it. But all you have to do is, or you got to just bring it all the way over. It'll make a half a screen. Then you can actually take something, and I can, let's see, I can drag this over now. Whoops. I'll drag it over to this side. And where'd that other one go here? Here. We'll take this. We'll take this. Now I'm going to take this one, do the same. And now I've got them 50-50, and I got both of them filling up the screen. But what I can also do is I can move one here and make the other one bigger if I wanted to.
But
so now I got two things. So you can move things, you could move things back and forth. So I can say, okay, I'm here. I'm going to copy that. Come back over here and paste. And there it is.
Okay, now if you were on the screen that is has the browser on it, if you were to move it up and down, would the other one would not move, right? It's independent.
Yeah, right now it's locked to the side of the screen. So if I move it down, it then makes it so it can move around.
Okay.
And the other one's not moving. And this is also here too, don't forget.
Okay.
So these, I can move this one over here, or I can move this one up here. I can take this one and we'll move it here. And so we can move it all the way around. This is why it's called Windows. I got different windows open.
Seems.
And let me just show you. Now I got three things open. Let's just, I'm going to go ahead and open bunches of things here. I may have to change the screen. No, that's fine. Good. So I got something here and it's blocking the other. So if I click this, it brings it forward. Yeah, but remember there's something behind here. So again, hold the Alt key down and tab, and there's everything I've got open. So I can come back up to here, see how that's highlighted. When I let go, it's got it out in front. Let's see what else did I have behind there? So this, yeah, I got this. And a couple of these things are on the other monitor. So let's see, you've got this. So I can bring whatever I want forward just by holding the Alt key down And as I tab through, and when I find the one I want and I let go, it's forward.
Go through that again.
Okay. Okay. I'm
You
holding the
hold
Alt.
it. Go
I'm
ahead.
holding the Alt key down
Go ahead.
on your keyboard and I hit tab. Still holding the Alt key down.
Okay. Okay. That's what I missed. Okay.
That's the trick.
And then if you
And
hit tab again,
then
it
while you're
moves.
holding, and then keep hitting the tab
Okay.
key,
Okay.
and it'll move it from window to window. And then when you get to the one you want, you let go, and that one will be then the active window.
That's
You let go of the
fantastic.
Alt window.
I'm sorry?
You let go of the Alt window.
Yeah, I let go of the Alt key, yes.
Yeah, the Alt key.
Yeah, and that goes away, and then that's the primary or the active window. And
Yeah,
to make
I call that the background, and I had a hard time getting to it. Now I know how to get to it.
yeah, it's very easy, and it's yeah, because otherwise, yeah, I got something down here, and I'd have to click down here to bring it forward.
Okay.
And then if I come back here, it's partially there, and if I go here,
start
I can't.
menu, you can click on it from your start menu,
I just
or
hit.
you can type in the search box.
That wasn't me. That's not me talking. That's the video. So anyway, so I've got all of these open, and again, I want to get to this. I can click there, but if it happens to be down here, I can't get to it or see it. So I hold the Alt key and then tab, and then I can come to it, and there it is.
To me, that's fantastic.
Yes, it
Good.
is.
Let me show you some other things let me full screen this so you don't have a lot of other things going on. But let's go back, and I just go back to my documents folder. I have, each of these are folders.
Yep.
Right.
Okay. And then I also probably have at the bottom a bunch of files too.
Right.
Okay. There's a couple things you can do with this. Number one is you can sort by anything here at the top. Right now it's sorted by name and it's sorted alphabetically. If I click it again, it reverses the order. So it starts with the files and then it starts at Z and goes down. If I click it again, it reverses it. It reverses the sorting. Now, what if I want to, gee, I have something. Oh, it is because I have if you'll notice there's a exclamation point.
Ah, okay, I see it. Oh, see, okay.
And alphabetically, Windows handles an exclamation point before the alphabet and before the numbers. So if I want to force something to the top of my list, I put an exclamation point before the word. You hardly notice it, but it puts it at the top of the list. I use these two probably the most of anything. So it forces it right to the top.
And then it does numbers.
Then numbers and then alphabet.
Okay.
Yep. So the next thing is each of these are sortable. Let's say I want to find the most recent of something. So I go to date modified, and now it's going to do it by date, by the latest, which would be the 19th on down. You can do this in any folder as well. And again, if you click it again, it goes to the oldest. If I go to the top of the list, 2014 is when that particular folder was made. And then by type, so let me show you what I mean here. Let's go into a folder. That's a good one to find here. Let's find the Stug one. Okay, and then let's say virtual meetings, and I've got all of these things here. And notice there's different types. And it tells me some are JPEG files and some are other. I can change by type, and now it puts all the Adobe Acrobat files together, all the Irfan View JPEGs together, and all my PowerPoints together, and then all my Word documents together. Sometimes that helps you find something when you're looking for it.
Sure.
And then I can go back, okay, let's go back to name. And again, we're alphabetical. And so when I come back up to documents and go to the top, it's back alphabetical. Now, there's also some other things that you can do with this. Let me make it so it's not full screen, so I can move it over a little bit. you'll notice here, share view. Here where it says view.
Yeah.
Yes.
When I click that, now you can change the look of this and what it's going to do. We're in details right now. This reminds me of the old DOS days, if you go back that far, where that was the way you looked at a folder. Well, there's different ways you can look at your folder. So let's look at all the different ways. You've got medium icons. It'll look like this.
Don't like that.
If we look at content, it looks like this. If we look like this, it's list. It's just all of them. And then you just see a list.
Back up the content.
Sure.
What do you mean by content? I mean, I know what the word content.
It just shows you the name of it and then the date modified, and it's just like this.
Doesn't actually show you what's in the folder, just what the folder is called.
Yeah, it just shows you what the folder. And then if you click on the folder, then it will go back to this because that's the last way I had it.
Okay.
That one. See, it remembers how I've had it. So I can have mixtures of it. So let's look at list. Here's the list, and the large icons have bigger icons. So at different folders, you can have set up different ways. Here's what tiles look like. Then there's small icons and then extra large icons. What's nice about this is if you go to your photos folder, I'm going to go back to details, but let's go to, and you can, so I'm going to click on this PC up here, and it takes me back to this menu. If I go to pictures, district meeting. Okay, there's a lot of pictures there. So with here, those are large icons. If I go to extra large icon, I can actually see all of my pictures without having to open them all up.
You can do what the content of the file is. You can change it as well. Is that what you're saying?
I'm not changing anything. I'm just changing the view of it within the file manager.
Okay.
See,
So that's what
normally you would see it looking like this.
Mm-hmm.
But if I click on large icons, it's giving me a preview of each of the pictures.
If you had a file that had documents in it, not pictures, could you do the same thing that you would?
Well,
see
let's take a look at what we've got here. We'll go back here. We'll go to documents. I'm just trying to think where I might have some articles for blogs. Okay, so we got some things here. Let's see. Just trying to think of one that I might have. Let's see here. Cutting the cord. I got a Word document and a text document. So if I go to extra large icons, it'll show me the pictures like that. But no, the Word document will look like this, and the other will be like this. So it doesn't actually look at the documents, no.
Okay, so you can't see what's actually on the document without pulling it up. Okay.
Yeah, I seem to remember there's somehow you can, but preview pane. Yeah, okay, let's do one more thing here. Let's go see over here where I am, and I click a preview pane. Now I've got a preview pane over here. Now if I come over and move over here, click on that, I will see it over here.
Oh, that's nice.
And if I go here, it'll have that information.
That's very helpful. It means you don't have to open up everything.
You don't have to open, and if I move right here, I can actually make it bigger. Like
and you can scroll down and see what it is without having to close it and open up something else.
Right. Yeah. So see what I'm doing here?
Yeah.
And how do you close the preview?
Just come up to the preview pane here and go like that, and it goes away.
Super.
And then you come back to details, and there they are as a list.
I feel like I'm just starting to know Windows, and I've been on it for 15 years.
Yeah.
I understand.
Okay, let's, oh, by the way, see this little, I'm way down here in the bottom right-hand corner. If I click there, it minimizes everything.
Oh.
They're still open, but they're minimized.
You're kidding.
So
that little window that you hit, did it?
Way down here in the far corner.
Oh, a far corner, past that little window or a little TV screen.
Yep.
Okay, wow.
That minimizes everything. So if I have a folder on this screen, like I got one here,
Mm-hmm.
okay, if I click that, it opens up that folder that I have saved on my desktop.
Right.
It could be a shortcut, but it could be a folder by itself as well. So now what are you saying? I'm not sure what your question is.
My problem was being that I have a folder on the screen that looks like that, and it has documents in it. And when I click on it to open it to get to the document that I want, it only shows in the detail form, it only shows maybe 6. It's an abbreviated look of what it is. And I have to either scroll through it or click on it again to open it wider. And it's not automatically becoming the whole folder to look at.
Is it like this? And let's see, let me move it up here a little bit more.
More or
Is it
less
something like
that.
this? And you
Yes.
have to
Yes.
just try resizing it.
Okay.
And again, if something else to resize, when you're looking at any folder, notice these little, remember I clicked on any of these and you can sort by them.
Right.
But at the end of them, if you move up here, you see the double arrow between each one.
Yes.
So you can only see a little bit of this. If you go here and I'm going to click and I'm going to drag it.
Ah,
Now I can see the whole title.
just like with Excel cell.
Yep, absolutely.
And will it remember that if you go back next time?
Yeah, if I close that,
Very
if I
good
close it,
question.
if I close it and then open it.
That's fantastic.
Yes, it did.
Now, if you go to a different folder, it's going to be whatever that folder was.
Of
Yeah,
course.
you'll have to reconfigure
Yeah.
that folder.
You can right mouse click, say new and folder, and we'll call it Leah, just so you know that I just made it here. Now I've got a folder Leah, and let me move it. I'll just move it over here.
Mhm.
And I can take this and just take it and drop it. And now if I open up the Leah folder, there it is.
Mhm.
Is that what you're saying you can do?
No, what I would do is I would click on the document as if I was going to open it. But for some reason or another, maybe after 2 clicks,
If I double click
on
it, yeah, I double click it and it
opened up.
opens it.
Now, I guess I would have to close it somehow or another. I'm not sure exactly how it works, but I can click on it again and I get just a solid, don't have the blue. I just have, it's outlined in black and it's like that.
Yeah.
And then I can add to it another word.
Yeah, it's not highlighted now. So,
No, it's
yeah.
not highlighted, and I can put my arrow in there and click on that and I can begin to add another word to it.
Oh,
The
you can
title.
edit the title.
Yeah,
That's what you're doing.
that's what I'm doing, is editing the
Yeah,
title.
if you just click it and it highlights it like this with a darker blue,
Mhm.
then I could type in something else here and say,
And if I've got my arrow at
Yes.
the end of where you are there, at the end of the words, it will just allow me to go in.
but you'll notice, see this little arrow right here?
Yes,
That means it's a shortcut to something else.
yes.
The actual file is not on your desktop, it's somewhere else. And when
Uh-huh.
you click on it, it goes to that folder and opens it up. So if you, anytime you see that it's got that little arrow, if
Mhm.
I delete it, that program's still there. It's still, I can still find it. It's still on my computer. I just don't have a shortcut on my desktop to it. I don't need it. So I'm going to do the same thing here. I don't need that one.
I have a couple on mine that have those arrows.
Yeah. And if you don't want them there anymore, by deleting just the shortcut, you're not deleting the program
Oh, okay.
or access to it. And then also you can sort by on your screen. if you do it, then you can't go back to where you were. But you can sort by name, and it'll do them alphabetically over here by size.
Oh,
You can auto arrange them. You can arrange them to a grid so that they're lined up.
wow.
So by right mouse clicking anywhere on your screen in a blank spot, and then go to view, you can change these. Right now it's at medium icons. You can make them large icons or small icons. And then I'll go back to medium. And then you can, again, you can sort them by name, size, item type, or date modified, and they'll arrange themselves on your desktop. So there's a lot of things you can do with these things. It's just having somebody show you how to do it.
Yes. And writing notes and remembering, being able to decipher your notes on how to do it.
Yeah. And then do it a few times. Once you do it a few
Yes.
times, then it becomes,
Yeah, it helps.
It helps.